Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But you guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about everything Jupiter Exchange, the Jupe airdrop, which is literally 2 days away. I'm going to share my personal take on this, what I could be expecting, and we're also going to be discussing how you, if you are one of the, a lot of people out there that weren't eligible for the airdrop, how you could increase your chances in getting a future Jupe airdrop. So let's waste no more time and discuss about the highly anticipated Jupe airdrop, which is literally 2 days away. Before we get started, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So you're going to start off with Solana. Of course, Solana leading up to the Jupiter airdrop is currently sitting at $97.23, which is a huge plus point, of course. And we know that this airdrop is going to inject massive amounts of liquidity for the Solana ecosystem, and people are starting to realize that, and people are getting really excited. So what we know now is that the Jupiter total supply, of course we've been knowing this from the beginning, and I kind of spoke about this in my initial Jupiter Exchange update that I made for you guys. So what we know is total supply is $10 billion, but the circulation supply starting out is going to be 17% of its total supply, which is 1.7 billion coins in circulation. And now if we kind of do the math, what if not the entire 1.7 billion wallets, the 17% wallets that are eligible do not claim? So I'm thinking what they are doing with WEN token, which again is like a test token in a way, people that don't claim their airdrop allocation, I think that is going to be burned completely. And I think this is where excitement comes in, which could even lead to a higher price. But with the 1.7 billion, what we know, at $1.7 billion circulation supply, this is a perfect number that we could be using to kind of do some price projections, see what is happening and what are some targets we could be aiming for. And we can even base that off of where Jupiter perps are currently trading at. It's currently trading at 66 cents. That's 2 days before the actual launch, and this kind of gives us an idea as to where Jupiter could be initially starting out. And at $1.7 billion market cap kind of ranks the project. If it were to open at a $1.7 billion market cap, that of course is $1, that would be its price, and that would be at around the top 48 to, you could just top 50 projects in the cryptocurrency market ranks, and that would mark Jupiter price at $1. But now of course we know Jupiter Exchange is gaining a lot of traction. You can pretty much see this for yourself. The latest 24-hour volume ranking for decentralized exchanges, 2 out of the top 3 are Solana based exchanges. And again, not a surprise to any one of us, but what we're seeing here is Jupiter Exchange is outpacing none other than Uniswap itself in terms of its volume. So you can see 390.5 million in 24-hour trading volume, which is absolutely insane. And again, this is changing the entire game, literally the entire game. What we're starting to see is traditional people that do trade on Ethereum are coming over to Solana, starting to realize the power of Sol, the power of the network, and that just changes everything. And Jupiter Exchange is the biggest decentralized exchange. If we know very similar price patterns, very similar airdrop pattern. Remember, Uniswap was airdropped last bull cycle to people that were eligible, that used even one transaction on Uniswap were eligible, and that was quite a big airdrop back then. And Jupiter is being labeled as the biggest one for Solana's ecosystem, and I think that is going to be the case. What we have seen with the WEN token, what we have seen with the test tokens such as Mock and JRock coin, that kind of shows where the overall market take is on this airdrop. And now if we're comparing it with Uniswap is currently sitting at the top 23rd spot with a market cap of 4.5 billion. I could see initially, as I've said in my other updates, what I'm initially projecting is Jupiter Exchange, there are going to be people that are going to come and paper hand their Jupiter exchange allocation, and that is not even a secret at this point. But the market that we're in, and the amount of hype there is, I think this will be bought back up quick. And depending on which exchange listed, as of now, we haven't really heard all the exchanges announcements. We have seen some, but if Jito, now, if we're going to compare it with another Solana airdrop that was quite large, if we're comparing it to that one, that was listed on all the major exchanges across the board. So those announcements came out like a day before, and I think we're going to start hearing more about the centralized exchange listings in the next few hours, and maybe the next day or so we're going to hear more regarding that. So my projection is, even in the short term, I could see Jupiter exchange pulling towards the top 20 ranks, and that would put it at $3. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want to say, but I think Jupiter exchange has the capability of pulling that $3 mark. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. Of course, only time is going to tell at the end of the day. But definitely great things are coming across, and the overall future looks really bright, even in the long term. At the peak of the bull market, as I've told you guys from the beginning, I think the ROI could be way higher. This is why I have extra funds on the side ready to accumulate more Jupiter once people start selling, which I think people will do, and I will be picking more up. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. I know what I'm doing. I've done my due diligence and research, and I'm willing to invest what I can afford to lose, and you need to be doing the same. You need to do your own due diligence and research at the end of the day. But what happens to the people that were not eligible? It's very simple. Do not get discouraged. The developer for Jupiter has made it quite clear there is going to be a lot of phases. This is just phase 1. There will be phase 2, phase 3, and what you want to be doing is trading on Jupiter itself. This is going to increase your allocation chances. All you have to do is what I did previously, pretty much throughout the last year, I was trading on Jupiter, just swapping coins left and right, and you could even put limit orders, DCA, and you can, if you like DCAing certain SPL tokens, you could be doing that, and bridging transfer assets to Solana. There's so many things that you could do, and you could do it step by step, and I think you should be very capable of receiving the next allocation if you're doing this. But you need to continuously do it. The more you do it, the more volume that what we've seen in the past is it goes by the amount of volume that you've contributed, and that bases off how much allocation you're going to get. So that's something you need to get a habit into doing, and I think this can really lead your chances. So don't get discouraged if you were not able to get in this round. So that is it for today's update. Let me know down below what you guys think. Where do you see Jupiter exchange trading at the launch date itself, and what is your overall take on this? I would love to know in the comments down below, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.